Have you ever felt your mind crumbling under the weight of someone's manipulation? That suffocating silence when words twist into weapons, when reality itself seems to blur because someone rewrote it for you. You're not broken, you're under attack. And today, you will learn how to stand unmoved. You meet them with kindness. They take your openness as weakness. You speak truth. They drown it in noise and confusion. You offer trust. They sharpen it into a blade and turn it against you. This is not a battle of words, it's a siege on your sanity. But the Stoics knew this war long before you did. A narcissist does not fight with honor, they fight with fog. They cloud your judgment, they twist your memory, they feed on your doubt. The moment you question yourself, they've already won. But here's the truth, their power is borrowed. It comes from you. And the moment you withdraw it, they collapse into nothing. The Stoics did not seek to destroy their enemies. They sought to become unshakable. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal from those he trusted most. Epictetus was enslaved, chained, beaten, yet no one could chain his mind. Seneca counseled a tyrant and knew silence was sometimes the sharpest sword. You are not helpless. You are untested. Rule 1. Control what you can control. Your reactions, your boundaries, your peace, not their opinion, not their rage, not their twisted version of events. The narcissist wants you to fight on their ground. Chaos, emotion, confusion. But the Stoic chooses the mountain. High, still, untouchable. Let them scream at the base. You will not descend. Rule 2. Do not feed the beast. Every reaction is fuel. Every defense is a gift. They provoke to consume. Anger, fear, guilt, all of it nourishes them. When you react, you prove they still have power over you. When you remain calm, you starve them into irrelevance. Silence is not weakness. It is the refusal to play a rigged game. Rule 3. See them for what they are, not a monster, not a god, a wounded animal. They lash out because they are hollow. They manipulate because they are terrified. Beneath the arrogance lies a void so deep they must fill it with your suffering. Understanding this does not mean forgiving. It means no longer being surprised. You do not fear the storm when you understand how clouds form. Rule 4. Set boundaries like iron gates. Not with anger, not with explanation. Simply decide what you will and will not tolerate. Then enforce it without negotiation. The narcissist will test every boundary. They will push, they will plead, they will rage. Your job is not to convince them. Your job is to hold the line. A wall does not argue with the wind. It simply stands. Rule 5. Detach from the outcome. You cannot change them. You cannot fix them. Their healing is not your responsibility. Their anger is not your burden. The Stoics knew that some battles are won by walking away, not because you are weak, because your energy is too precious to waste. A wise general does not fight every war. He chooses the ground worth defending. Rule 6. Guard your mind like a fortress. Their lies will come disguised as concern. Their cruelty will wear the mask of honesty. Their manipulation will sound like love. But you know the difference. You feel it in your gut, in your exhaustion, in your doubt. Trust that instinct. It is the voice of your reason breaking through their fog. The mind that questions itself is awake. The mind that defends the truth is free. Rule 7. Practice selective ignorance. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every insult requires a response. Not every lie needs to be corrected. The narcissist craves your engagement. They want you tangled in their web. When you refuse to react, you become invisible to their tactics. Like water flowing around stone, you move forward without resistance. Rule 8. Do not seek their approval. This is where most people break. They twist themselves into shapes they don't recognize, hoping to be seen, valued, loved. But the narcissist does not love. They consume, they possess, they discard. Your worth is not determined by their recognition. It never was. The sun does not ask the shadow for permission to shine. Rule 9, document everything. Memory is fragile. Theirs is conveniently selective. They will deny what they said, rewrite what happened, gaslight you into questioning reality. Write it down, save the messages, record the patterns, not for revenge, for clarity. For the moment, doubt tries to creep back in. Truth is your anchor when the storm of lies tries to pull you under. Rule 10, surround yourself with witnesses. Narcissists thrive in isolation. They separate you from friends, family, anyone who might reflect the truth back to you. Break that isolation. Share your reality with those you trust, not to gossip, not to attack, but to stay grounded in what is real. A single tree falls in the wind. A forest stands unbroken. Rule 11, embrace the discomfort of distance. Leaving feels like betrayal, like failure. They've conditioned you to believe that walking away makes you the villain. But distance is not cruelty. It is self-preservation. It is sanity reclaimed. The Stoics understood that some relationships are chains disguised as connection. Freedom begins the moment you choose yourself over the illusion of harmony. Rule 12, focus on your own virtue. Do not stoop to their level. Do not become them. In fighting monsters, many become monstrous. In facing chaos, many become chaotic. But you are not here to match their cruelty. You are here to master yourself. Respond with discipline. Act with integrity. Hold your peace like a sacred flame. Victory is not their defeat. Victory is your unshaken soul. Rule 13, accept that some people are lessons, not blessings. This is the hardest truth. You wanted them to be different. You believed they could change. You gave them chances. But some souls are too broken to repair, too lost to guide, too dangerous to keep close. They entered your life to teach you strength, boundaries, and the value of your peace. The lesson is complete. Now you must graduate. The narcissist will not thank you for your patience. They will not honor your sacrifice. They will paint you as the enemy, the problem, the one who failed. Let them. Their story is not your burden. Their audience is not your concern. Those who truly know you will see the truth. Those who don't are not your people. A lion does not lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. You will feel guilt. You will feel doubt. You will wonder if you are too harsh, too cold. This is normal. This is the scar tissue of manipulation still healing. But guilt is not evidence of wrongdoing. It is evidence of conscience. And a conscience that feels too much is better than one that feels nothing at all. Trust the process. Trust the pain. Trust that you are rebuilding something sacred. There will be moments when you miss them, not who they were, but who you hoped they'd become. You will remember the good days and forget why you left. This is the mind playing tricks. This is nostalgia rewriting history. Write down why you walked away. Read it when the loneliness whispers lies. The past is a graveyard. Do not dig up what you buried for good reason. The Stoics believed that every obstacle carries within it the seed of growth. This person, this pain, this battle, it is forging you into something unbreakable. Not because you were weak before, but because now you know your limits, your power, your worth. You are no longer the person who tolerated disrespect. You are the one who demands peace. And that transformation is the real victory. So where do you go from here? You rebuild, not the person you were before them. That version of you is gone. And that's not a tragedy, that's evolution. You rebuild someone wiser. Someone who knows the difference between love and control. Someone who values peace over performance, who chooses silence over chaos. This is not the end of your story. This is the chapter where you take back the pen. The narcissist taught you what you will no longer tolerate. That is their final gift. Now you must honor that lesson by building a life that reflects your worth. Surround yourself with people who give as much as they take, who listen as much as they speak, who see you not as supply, but as a soul, not as a mirror, but as a human being. You deserve that. You always did. Now you finally believe it. The Stoics knew that the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. You have walked through flames, you have been tested, broken, and rebuilt. And now you stand here, scarred, yes, but unshaken. Hurt, yes, but not hollow. You are no longer the person who bends to keep the peace. You are the one who walks away to protect it. That is your power. That is your freedom. That is your victory. If this resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Subscribe to this channel for more Stoic wisdom that cuts through the noise and reminds you of your strength. You are not alone in this battle, and you will not be defeated.